What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hoop State Live podcast. Miles Mastrocola here, joined by Rod Bridgers and Anthony Simmons. Fellas, it's been a minute. Simmons, we'll start with you. How has everything been for you lately?
It's been good, man. Still early this week, so just feel blessed. I'm excited. Really been busy. Just working with my guys. Doing some stuff with Team Curry. I definitely miss this. I miss podcasts. I miss y'all. I miss just being on the road, broadcasting. It really, for a little while, it was cool because I was wrapped into, the basketball stuff. I still had that itch, but it's just like now the playoffs and everything just made it worse. Just like listening, all that stuff. I just can't wait to get back, to what we do for real.
No, 100%. I'm right there with you. It's been crazy traveling around for me, so it's been nuts. But Rod, how's everything going with you?
Man, everything's been good. On the countdown. Baby boy's on the way. Less than 2 months. So been trying to get prepared for that. I had an announcement on my own the other day. The Elite 50 coming back here September the 11th. So far, man, like the overwhelming response for so far is it's gonna be crazy. So, anytime we do something with Hoop State, man, it's gonna be crazy as well. So. No, man. Other than that, man, I've just been, plugging away, same thing.
No, it's definitely been cool. I remember looking at that Instagram post and just every few minutes scrolling and refreshing the comments. It was like another 20 were added. So
yeah, it was crazy. It looked crazy yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's definitely great to see. Obviously, things have been busy. Me, Webb, and Max have gone to Dallas twice now, I think, since we recorded last. So been busy on that front, trying to grow everything and just kind of reaching new areas, obviously, with the network and stuff like that. So that's kept me very busy. But one thing that is keeping kind of everyone busy right now is college coaches, well, Division I coaches, Division II and III have been allowed to go out and recruit, but for whatever reason, Division I coaches have not. And this past weekend, they kind of flooded our state and our area between the Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina events. I don't know if any of you guys had the chance to make it out there, but we saw a lot of kids we know get offers and new schools reach out and kind of have that energy back in the gym with college coaches. Simmons is someone that, has coached in big live period events before. How would you describe the energy difference when you see college coaches lining up on the baseline to watch a game and what is it like kind of seeing everyone come back in the gym over the past week?
Shit is real. Honestly, it's exciting. For the kids, man, I just say, you actually get the opportunity to play the most meaningful games in your life. Like your dreams are right in front of you. For what it means for just, from the coach's side, and the game period as a whole, I'm glad, like, it's needed, bro. Like, it's needed so much. Of course, like, the game changed with COVID. That was tough for everybody. But it changed the recruiting, the landscape of recruiting dramatically. A lot of guys, coaches could only see through video. So, some people won, some people lost. But for, the coaches to be back out, I think everything kind of gets back to normal. Everything is to reset. You know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite sayings, now the cream gonna rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you want it. You want everything earned. And I mean, the only difference of it is with this now is I want the kids to understand how hard they have to work. Because now, like, with the landscape changing, with transfer rules and the portal, it's going to be that much harder as a young buck to get one of those coaches to pull the trigger. But I know I can just chill and I can make a trade for Scottie Pippen. Like, it's wild out here.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I do think you're right. Like, that energy's back and it's kind of a realignment back to the norm. Rod, what were you kind of thinking when, you see those pictures of coaches lining the gyms watching these prospects finally play again?
It was amazing. It's been, a year and a half literally since almost 2 years since, coaches have been out with Division I coaches, because I made that statement on Twitter last week and,
the Vultures came and got you. Yeah, we saw
it. Yeah, you saw it. And I was just like, well, you know what I mean, bro. Like, we can say
everyone knew exactly what you meant, but, they just...
Right. But at the end of the day, we call spade a spade. It's a different energy in the building when Division I coaches come to see kids play. Like, we can sit here and say all day, like, there's no disrespect to Division II or Division III, but, when somebody see Kevin Keats walk in the gym, Brad Brownell, Kellen Sampson from Houston, like watching all these guys walk in the gym, like, yo, you putting on, you know what I mean? So it was exciting to see, these guys, get that opportunity. My thing for a lot of guys, and my message to a lot of different kids, or it was simple: don't try to put everything into one game. Like the first game back, the coach is back. Like you ain't gotta go for 30. Like you ain't gotta go put up a triple double. Like just it's a slow grind. Like Isaiah Thomas always said, it's a slow grind, bro. Like you got a lot of hoop, a lot of bump left in these next couple of months, and just because somebody might not be on you now, by the end of July, it could be a totally different story. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. I remember we had the Myers Park Summer League the week before, and shout out to Scott Taylor and Nick Jones for helping us put that all together. It was a great event. But I was talking to Jalen Curry and Daniel Sanford of now Chambers High School, was formerly known as Vance. And, neither of these guys, especially Jalen, like Jalen's, for these 23 kids, they really haven't had a live period yet where they're really playing in front of college coaches like that. They kind of played that summer between their 8th and 9th grade year, but since then, they haven't really done it. So I was telling both of them, like, be you. Like, that's the biggest thing is you see all these coaches, you just want to make sure that the kids stay to themselves and they don't try to do too much, because it can be hard not to, putting yourself in their shoes with all those important eyes watching your every move. But no, it's great to see and excited to see what the kind of crowd the private school gets this coming weekend. And I know some North Carolina schools are headed down to Lake Point to play in the Georgia event. I think North Meck, Weddington, Myers Park, and Chambers are all heading down there. So we wish them the best of luck down there. 2022 class. So obviously with the coaches now just being allowed back into the gym, there are some guys that, might be under recruited a little bit or maybe a little overlooked heading into the live period. So each of us are going to pick one guy that we think has an opportunity for a big July. Simmons, I want to start with you. Who do you got?
Just real quick, I'm gonna say two. I'm just kind of right with my Curry boys, Cade Tyson, Logan Threat. You know what I'm saying? Just this is another opportunity, you know what I'm saying, for them that now coaches get to see, you know what I'm saying, their complete game, their personality, you know what I'm saying, how they are under pressure, their free throw shooting ability, you know what I'm saying, just everything. Like the things that you can't see in film, you know what I'm saying? So, I hope those guys, have a good live period, you know what I'm saying? And I think both are definitely valuable pieces that can help a program.
Absolutely. Now, both those guys, I got to see Logan at Charlotte team camp last week too. That was great. Seeing him play with Concord Academy. He'll have that this weekend with the private, and then obviously coming up with Team Curry on the UA circuit all throughout July. I know all 3 weekends are Under Armour weekends for y'all. Rod, who's the guy that you're looking out for in the live period?
I had one guy from this school, but I decided to go with his backcourt partner the last minute. I'm going Amari Haney from Winston-Salem Christian. Amari has been like the forgotten guy in the hoop state. 2 years ago, we saw him come off the bench with that Moravian team with Josh Hall, Shaquille Moore, Jamari Harvey, those guys, and he made his presence felt. And we all felt like, yo, when Josh and Shaq are gone, he's that guy that's going to take that next step and to jump into that kind of quote-unquote hoop state superstardom. Unfortunately, he had a tough ACL injury and missed all last season. But by all intents and purposes, Amari Haney's back. Mm-hmm. He's playing with Boo Williams, EYBL. He's running the show up there. And, we got to remember, before Amari Haney was hurt, he had high major offers. He had Wake Forest, the old staff, but it was a high major. So I think that's a kid that, we kind of forgot about him. Like, out of sight, out of mind. So I think Amari is going to be a guy that's going to have a huge July in terms of, turning coaches' heads. And I think he's going to carry that into next high school season as well, too.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we even saw the glimpses of it kind of late summer, early fall when he was with Team Eat last summer before the injury. So,
yeah, exactly.
Now that he's back with Boo Williams, I saw he played at the Hoop Group Southern Jam Fest event up at Boo Williams and played well. So hopefully it can be a big peach jam for him in the month of July. For me, I'm going with a kid off the shoe circuit, Nolan Hodge, playing with the NC Gators, Northern Guilford kid. I mean, he kind of just epitomizes what coaches are looking for, a guy that doesn't need a ton of volume, but is going to produce every time he steps out. 3-and-D type, has some pop to his game, very athletic. So he's got UNCW, High Point, Radford, NCA&T, Old Dominion, and Duquesne right now. And I think that his recruitment should take another little bump. You might see the UNCGs, the Coastal Carolinas, the Elons, potentially even like an ECU or a school like that, maybe a Winthrop, Wofford, kind of come in because of the size, the shooting, and the athleticism, the defensive versatility. So I think he's probably the kid in my 2022 that I'm like, hey, like this kid needs a little bit of a bump. St. Lemon's another one that comes to mind with Team Loaded. So there's quite a few of underrated 2022 guys that'll be out and about in the live period that hopefully will not be underrated too much longer. One other 2022 guy that has a lot of attention, Jaden Epps, announced his transfer into North Carolina to be in the backcourt with Robert Dillingham at Combine Academy. Simmons, when as a fan of elite guard play, when you saw this, what went through your brain?
See my baby.
What'd you say?
Look at his
See
face.
my baby.
I see your face.
Man, listen. I'm just ready to get on them. Listen, bro. I think we about to see Jeff be Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jeff is always, you know what I'm saying, built Combine into a winner. But now Combine's starting to get that national notoriety to the point where now he's starting to, you know, be able to get killers, and he already had killers. Like, we know that this guy's a national talent. You know what I'm saying? Top 100 kid. Am I bugging?
No, you're right. Top 75 kid, most people.
So, I mean, like, you already know what time it is. You see him swinging on the rim at Charlotte, see the highlights. So, I mean, I just think now, like, Combine's trying to go to that next level. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much, you know, been known in NC and on the East Coast. And I think, you know, them, man, they ain't ducking no smoke. They trying to be known nationally. So I look forward to seeing it. It's gonna be love, bro. It's gonna be some barn burners because, you know, like God Rod said with Amari, like a lot of the teams around here, you know what I'm saying, that battle with each other have upgraded a lot for each other. So now when everybody gets on the floor, it's gonna be smoke. I can't wait.
It's gonna be a ton of fun to watch those two. Rod, how do you think that they can coexist? Because a lot of people see two, 6'2" and under guards, but I think these are both two kids that can play on and off the ball and really coexist and make one another better, don't you?
1,000%. I gotta get on my Stephen A stuff here real quick for a second. So, about a week or so ago, I received a phone call and was like, I'm almost 95% sure Jaden Epps is going to Combine. And I was like, what? And it was like, yeah. And talk to the family, and they kind of want to, they want to talk to you about it, you know what I mean? And, things like that. And, so, this decision was made. We just, we chopped it up and about, how they wanted to make the decision, how they want to announce it and things like that. But it was pretty cool to, talk to him. I talked to him and I talked to his dad as well. Get to talk to them about, just what we do here at the Hoop State and, just the magnitude of bringing a talent like Jaden to the state of North Carolina. So that was great. But to the question, Jaden and Rob are like the perfect complement because they both got wiggle. But what makes both of them great is they can come off the ball. You've seen Epps with Team Loaded come off the. He's the primary point guard, but you also see him come off the ball multiple times. Even with Dillingham, you see him with CP3, with Biz and Jalen Curry. He comes off the ball. So putting them two together, they're both kind of like they're that combo mode. I think they'll play well off each other. And one thing Jaden Epps can do, bro, that brother can shoot that basketball, bro. He can shoot that rock, and he's a killer. Like, if you got two killers in the backcourt like that, then you got a bull like AJ Smith, and you got my boy Big Pat, and that's just that's a high level team, you know. No. It's a high level 5. I'm excited to see him. He's excited to get down here, just talking to him. He's excited to get here to play, and imagine them two in the wall, bro. That crowd, they hadn't been in there. They missed a whole year, and that crowd's gonna be with those two in the building.
Yeah. So. No, it's just good luck is what I have to say to the people that have to guard them, because there are going to be some long nights. There are going to be some kids on the wrong end of mixtapes, and it's going to be fun to see. I'm excited to see those two kind of get after it. Another guard, another kid that, very high profile, Bronny James. We were able to kind of see him come back on the court. We were able to have it on the network. For a young kid going through, obviously, dealing with being the son of a pro, all the pressure and attention that comes to it, not only a pro, but one of the greatest to ever do it, if not the greatest to ever do it, and someone that is obviously at the center of the basketball attention at all times. And he's coming off a knee injury. I don't know if you guys watched any of the full games or saw the highlights, but Rod, we'll start with you. What did you kind of see from Bronny coming back on the court, and where do we see this going? Because as someone that got to watch him in person, he is a very, very talented basketball player, has a great foundational skill set at this point. What have you kind of seen in his return to action?
So what I've seen is you see the maturation of Bronny. Now you're seeing with that team with Strive for Greatness this weekend with no Amari Bailey, you saw what you're going to see for Bronny the next 2 years. There's no more Brandon Boston. There's no more Amari Bailey. There's no more Zaire Williams, right? That's what he played with.
Yeah.
Like he's always been in the background. Even though he's Bronny, he's still kind of been like third, fourth, fifth option. This weekend, you saw him, now from what I watched, you saw him in his natural habitat, being a facilitator, being aggressive, like playing a complete basketball game, showing his athleticism, showing his shot off. So I think that's what you're going to see the next 2 years from Bronny going forward in Sierra Canyon. So I think now for the first time, I really, truly, personally saw, okay, I see why he's a top 20, 30, 40 kid in the country. Like, you can see it. So that's what I saw from him. I'm excited to see his growth, man.
Yeah, definitely. Simmons, I said I was able to watch him big, 6'4", probably 205, 210 pounds. Obviously has the expectation of the world on him, but for a kid like that, it seems like he's doing a pretty good job of kind of just staying on his course, right?
Yeah, man. I've seen highlights. I haven't get a chance to really see him play. But I mean, I think you just gotta look at his foundation and who his dad is, man. Like, it's pretty, like, his dad's one of the hardest working people to ever play this basketball game. It's well documented, he spends $1 million on his body. So I think that just naturally rubs off on Bronny. I think the thing about Bronny, is like Rod said, like, you can see now, like, his intangibles and his feel are like through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's just a matter of the skill work. I tell my guys all the time, that's cleanup. What you want is have the intangibles, the feel, and you want to know how to play. So then in high school, once you're playing and competing, the skill work comes in. But I definitely think his future is bright. And I mean, just knowing LeBron, just knowing his legacy, just knowing his family, and just looking at the kid and the kid's confidence, I'm pretty sure now he's trying to, make a run at getting the top 10 in those rankings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I know towards the end of this year, I expect to see some spooky stuff from him.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's like a big kid now. Like, he's probably gonna end up being 6'6" or so. So if he can continue on the path that he's on, like I said, has a great foundation, isn't great at one particular thing, but very good at everything. He's gonna be a very, very good player. I'm excited to see him, and I just hope that the crazy internet culture we live in doesn't try to ruin him, because I'm sure they will. But it seems like that he's done a good job avoiding all that stuff and staying on the course. For just, being the best Bronny that he can be. Looking ahead a little bit, talk about the playoffs first, because obviously there's a game going on right now. Phoenix is playing the Clippers right now. We have kind of a weird Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, where it's 4 teams that haven't really been there in a long time, from a standpoint of none of these teams have made the finals in a long, long time. The Suns since the 90s. Did the Hawks ever make the finals since
No.
Bob Pettit, like, in St. Louis?
Their first conference finals win last night.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. And Milwaukee hasn't really been there. I mean, they had the Ray Allen stuff in the early 2000s. That's kind of the closest they've been, but that didn't even feel like it was, like, it feels like the Bucks actually have a potential chance to win a title. Simmons, we were talking earlier about your affinity for Trae Young and just watching him operate. What is that been your biggest takeaway of the playoffs? Is we're seeing Trae Young become a full-blown superstar / supervillain in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, he's been a main character. You know what I'm saying? But I just think we're getting a glimpse. I think we're getting a glimpse at the future of the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by future is you got Trae Young. Trae Young is a young man, 22 years old. We can't disrespect Devin Booker and what he's done. Can't disrespect DeAndre Ayton. You know what I'm saying? And then, Greek Freak. You know what I'm saying? Like he's maturing more now because he double MVP. But you're getting a chance, to see him And then with the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the LeBrons, you know what I'm saying? KD's having his run, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, just having another chance to look at Paul George, it's like, we're getting a chance absolutely now to see that there's other people that's worth $100 million too.
Mm-hmm.
Just not the ones it's just not the ones we're used to seeing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trae Young, that's 100 million. Okay, DeAndre Ayton, that's 100 million. You know what I'm saying? Devin Book, that's 200 for me. Book get 200. You know what I'm saying? So he get 200. So I mean, I just think it allows us to see that the NBA as a whole, and like the thing we talk about all the time, I think sometimes as a fan, you know, we get caught up in like really feeling like, you know, certain players are garbage because we don't see them. Well, now, like, we see that, like, you know, the NBA got hoopers on every team. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to get some adjusting to, but the basketball's been so good, I had to buy in.
Yeah. Rod, does it feel like this is kind of the year where the torch is being passed from that? Obviously Durant and them are going to come back. LeBron's going to come back next year, but it feels like we're seeing the Booker, Trae Young, Ayton, Giannis generation. You throw a bunch of other guys in there, Tatum, Luka, that whole crew. It kind of feels like it's about to be their league. Is that kind of how it feels to you?
Let me say this. Yes and no.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think the OGs have a last stand in them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because one thing I build my basketball knowledge on, and when I try to speak on, one thing I like to speak on is longevity. A lot of these guys that's doing it, Bron, like you think about it, Bron, KD, Steph, they've run the league for the last decade. Like easily. Like that's why it's so weird now when we say there's no Bron, there's no Steph, there's no KD in the playoffs. Like, what are we gonna do? So we're automatically attaching ourselves to Devin Booker and Trae Young. So that's why you see people say, "Oh, Devin Booker's the next Kobe." Come on, bro. I was a Kobe stan, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no. I love Book. Book ain't Kobe.
Nah.
Book ain't Kobe. Trae Young is out of his world right now.
He not shit.
He not shit. We talking about a brother that went to 5 straight NBA finals.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Unanimous MVP. You
can't skip steps in the process, bro. You cannot skip steps in this process. Bron went through it. Steph went through it. Jordan went through it. Everybody went through it. Like, you cannot skip these steps in that process. And once you skip, like, and see, the problem with social media today is just that we take what we see in front of us in the moment right now, and we just take that for face value. Like, Trae Young's out of his world right now. Like, I told him last night, out of his world. But am I ready to call him, the next great superstar? Eventually he'll be there. But just chill a little bit. Let the brother get a championship, bro. Let him get to a final. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like Chris Paul, as great as Chris Paul's been, this is what his first second conference finals in 16 years? Mm-hmm. Bro, it's not as easy as you think you getting there and getting back, bro. So that's how I feel about it.
Now, just to piggyback, Rod, I agree with it, because at the same time, like, with the stars we're dealing with, you got to think about it. The reason why I would say it's not ready yet, the passing of the torch, is because Bron is so pissed. Like, this is the same way Bron's season was before he got AD and went in the bubble.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like all signs are showing Russell Westbrook to LA. Like, all signs are showing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then Steph and them, like, everybody's reloading. Brooklyn, like, now they healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people keep forgetting, like, bro, Brooklyn didn't even have Spencer Dinwiddie. Like, if he's playing, like, they're hooping. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of knickknacks and all this stuff. Like the joint in the East is fugazi, because if Boston's healthy, it's Boston. Boston is that young team playing with Jaylen Brown and all the different guys. So, like, it's a lot. So, like, I'm with Rod, man. I think of longevity, but, the OGs can still form a team, and it's a dub. Like, The guys are still in it, still got 5-6 more really good years in them. Because to me now, sports is going to more like Tom Brady with the technology, right? Like, Bron playing till he's 42, 43, and he's only going to play with a title contender. Mm-hmm. Like,
or his son.
Like, right, yeah. So unless they have, like, some crazy, horrific injury, these guys are going to be hooping for a long time, bro.
It's like the great Ricky Bobby once said, with my high level of income and modern science technology, I can make it to 245, 300. You know?
Yo, boy.
That was well played, Joe. No.
All right. Yeah. Oh man, nah, but I do think that we are kind of seeing a flash of what the league is about to be, and I am excited for it because these are the same superstars that we've had since I was a kid. Like I was young. Like LeBron's been in the league since I was in the 6th grade or 2nd grade. Like it's crazy. Maybe even earlier than that, but I am excited for it. And I do think that I love that Trae Young's embraced the whole villain thing. Like that's been so much fun to watch.
Yeah, that's been crazy, yo.
Like he lost one playoff game and New York started rioting, and then he had to shut them all up. Like it was something.
Yeah, that New York thing he did is. I think he's definitely on some perennial all-star type stuff now.
Yeah, I do. And obviously, go ahead.
Man.
Sorry, Simmons, you were breaking up there, but nah. One of the last things, we have 2 more things to get to. Quick draft lottery. Cade Cunningham to Detroit. Weirdly enough, I actually like who he's going to be going to play with. Rod, when you saw the lottery, probably Cade, it's probably going to end up being Cade to Detroit. What do you think of that fit with Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart and that whole crew?
I love it, man. It's a young core that's going to build. So many times in the NBA, so many people they try to get everything instantly. In places like Detroit, they're not able to get free agents to come there. So the best way they gotta do, they gotta build through the draft. And you hit a home run last year with Stewart. You hit a home run with Sadiq Bey as well. Now you get a generational talent in Cade Cunningham. And I need people to stop overthinking it, man. Cade's all day, number one, bro. Like it's not a discussion, bro. You don't go into this draft and say, should we take Cade Cunningham? You go into this draft and saying, all right, we got Cade Cunningham on our roster. Who's next, basically?
Yeah.
He's been a number one pick. And I said on Twitter, he's been a number one pick for 2 years, bro. Like, what are we really talking about here? This is only a matter of time.
He was a pro at Broughton in December a year and a half ago.
Exactly. So, draft lottery was interesting. I was a little hurt that we didn't get that top 5 pick. But I am excited.
7-14 though, that's good.
7-14 give us some good options. I have seen that if we do keep the 7th pick, they're kind of locking in on 2 guys, Scotty Barnes or Davion Mitchell. And I was like, if we get either one of them, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, no, that's spooky.
Either one of them.
Because Scotty's almost like Draymond 2.0 with higher ceiling.
Exactly. And I got to shout my dog out too. I said, if we get that 14th pick, let's swing for the fence. Let's go get a guy like Trey Murphy. Let's get our hoop state guy, a shooter with size, man. I mean, people might say that's too high. Shit, Cam Johnson went 13 with Phoenix and is in the rotation. In the game right now. Is he in the game right now?
Nah, he might be.
He's on the bench right now. But point remains, he's the first guy off the bench for them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Simmons with the draft lottery, with obviously Cade Cunningham potentially going to Detroit, obviously all these top guys. What was the thing that grabbed your attention? And obviously you guys are both Warriors guys with your love for Steph. What 7-14? That's got to be feeling pretty good if you're the Warriors people. Simmons?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Zion. Yeah, I'm here. I said I'm trying to get Zion.
No, I can't hear you. Who'd you say?
I said I'm trying to get Zion. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, you're trying to go trade for Zion?
Yeah, we need to get Zion, man. Zion trying to swerve, bro. We need to go get Zion, man.
Trade Wiseman 7-14 for Zion.
Man, yeah, man, and seeing Wiggy, you can go too. But no, I mean, my biggest thing of it is like those teams closest in the draft, like your Houstons, your Clevelands, and all that. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do because I mean, Cleveland got 100,000 guards. You know what I'm saying? Houston need every position. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really interested to see, you know what I'm saying, how stuff fall because like Rod said, like, you got a couple of idiots in the front office. You know what I'm saying? It's like some guys could slide, man, but I'm just interested to see where all these young pieces land. And, the one thing that's kind of like it's tough is like the Cade Cunningham with Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Because like, Detroit, like, I mean, they need it. They put him right in there. So now that's just more movement.
Yeah. I would like to see Cade and Kuminga go 1-2 just for a little John Wall Holiday bump.
That would be tough.
I don't think Kuminga's going to go 2, but I do think he is going to be very good.
Do they have him projected as a top 10 pick right now?
Yeah, they haven't projected at 5.
5 or to Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orlando, I could see that.
They love drafting big wings that can't really shoot yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like their favorite thing to do. So yeah, draft lottery went down. Obviously, like we said, Detroit gets the number 1 pick. They're probably going to get Cade Cunningham. Trey Murphy and Daron Sharp will probably be the first 2 North Carolina guys selected. Jaden Springer kind of in there too. So
Daron, he pulled out of the combine, pulled out of everything. So for the streeties, he got a guarantee.
Oh, really? Well, good for him.
I like it.
Wow.
Good for him.
Yeah. History shows the anytime that happens, you got a guarantee.
Yeah, he'll probably be gone before 15, if that's the case, or something before 20 maybe.
I mean, he's been there, man. He been there. Like they had them eyes on Big Ryan. It's only up. That's a worker right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one guy as a Knicks fan at 21 who I'd love to see us get us Cam Thomas, man. Get us some shot making. Get us Cam, or maybe Josh.
What happened to Miles Powell?
He's just going to get picked on too much defensively. Small. He's just too small. And who was the other one that I wanted to mention? I'm blanking on it. Not Cam Thomas. I don't even know. I'm blanking on it. There's a few in this draft that are very interesting. Oh yeah, Tariq Cooper's 6'5" now.
Yeah, bro. They got it. They bugging, bro.
Yo, so yeah, what happened? I was about to take y'all that, but I waited for the body. Like they saying with no shoes on, he's 6'3".
6'3.75" with no shoes. And Simmons, you've been a big advocate for the poof haircut with Jonas for years now. So maybe he got the poof benefit of the poof.
Yo, listen, that poof different, bro. You know what I'm saying? You seen the video of my guy, he got the poof going out. 7'3", baby. That's what we selling, 7'3".
Oh man. But nah, that's crazy. I'll tell you what, he's gonna go a lot higher than projected at 22 if he's 6'4". So
all I know is this, man. Like yo, that's a gamer, bro. So just give Sharif a screen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA game, that's his game, bro. That's his game, yo. So I definitely think he can find himself kind of way Cole Anthony settled in, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Anthony settled in.
No, Cole Anthony was one of the best rookie guards in the league all year.
That hurts me because when I was still a Carolina fan, I wanted to see that, man.
Yeah,
we got robbed of that one, bro.
Yeah, it sucks. Because
he's supposed to dance. He's supposed to dance for Big Roy, bro.
He was so damn good at Oak Hill too. It was so much.
Oh my gosh.
Him and Cam were. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. But yeah, draft lottery, like we said, we'll keep our eyes on that and have more draft coverage as it approaches. Soul Food. This is the 3rd year of it. Soul Food 3 or Soul Third?
Soul Food 3.
So Soul Food 3, our guy Poobie Chapman did an unbelievable job setting this all up. I wasn't there. Me, Max, and Webb were in Dallas, but you guys were both there. Simmons, we'll start with you. How was the day? Was it just a great day of celebration and positivity that it was supposed to be?
Yeah, man. For me, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's documented that there was some events after, you know what I'm saying, that some young, I would say whippersnappers, you know what I'm saying, partaking in some nonsense. But honestly, bro, Soul Food is always a big family reunion for me. I think the best way to explain it is I was blessed to have my high school coach, who was John Baker. His dad was a sheriff in Wake County for a long, long time. And also the director of the Boys Club, Ron, to see those older gentlemen now in their early 60s actually have a chance to come out and see a lot of lives they helped save, and get to stay out there for 2-3 hours, have a meal, shake hands, take pictures. That's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think for all the guys, if you're 21 and up, 22, 23, that's what Soul Food is for you, man, because it's a beautiful thing if you're from Raleigh, bro, to see everybody's it's no beef. It's just all love, man, because it's that thing. Soul Food is not about you. That's what the thing of it is. If you look at the definition of it, it's bigger than yourself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know what I'm saying, it was great. At one point, I was sitting there talking. I think I was talking to Pooh. to be honest, somebody's grabbing at my pockets. I look down. Obviously, he's not small. I look up. It's Wall, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, shoot. He was icy, too. I'm talking meal icy. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be snapping me a little pic. I was getting swole. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it was good. Saw Devontae Graham out there. He was looking real 6'5". It's like he come up the ball screen. You know what I'm saying? So it was good. Des Wells, you know what I mean? Everybody was out there, man. So just being from Raleigh, it was a positive weekend, man, in my opinion.
Rod, for you?
No, definitely. For me, it's just, being a part of an event like that, on Juneteenth, that celebrates the culture and defines who we are as a people and things like that. I think it was amazing to be there just to see, everything and how everything was, I think the thing I hate the most is, how the negative gets plastered and posted everywhere, as opposed to all the positive that happened that day. And,
Right.
A lot of people hit me, yo, I saw what happened, blah, 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 just had and third. Okay, but do you want to talk about how great the event was? Because, if you want to be technical about it, it happened after the event. One thing I will do, I respect the hell out of Poobie because, Poobie could have easily been like, yo, that was after the event. That's not me. I didn't have anything to do with that. But when you hold an event and you're a voice of the people, one thing about being an adult, you got to accept accountability. You have accountability and be accountable for your actions because everybody was there today because of what you did. So, and I think that's what Poobie did. He held himself accountable for it. Obviously he didn't have anything to do with it, but that's what great leaders do. And instead of dwelling on the mistake, let's talk about what we can do moving forward to make things better in the future. What can we do to help improve us as a people? So
yeah, no, it's great points from both of you. I think I'll just leave it at this. I don't know if this is in Poobie's plans. I think Poobie's going to be the mayor of Raleigh one day. I genuinely believe that. I don't know if there's a man better for the job. Like the guy has the city's grasp on his fingertips and clearly has a pulse for what the real people of Raleigh are looking for, and he's the kind of guy that can win people over from the other side just because of the way he carries himself and how he is an incredible ambassador for the state and city. So shout out Poobie, shout out to you if you're listening. For anyone that's listening at this point, shout out to you and Juneteenth 4, or not Juneteenth 4, excuse me, Soul Food 4, bigger and better. So we'll just leave it at that. And any other final thoughts before we wrap the show up?
Nah, man, for me, just glad to actually, get the pod going. I actually have a chance to talk to you boys, man. I'm just ready, man. I hope everybody stays vaccinated and everything good because, we're going to get through a couple months and start with the Elite 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all gas, bro. And I'm just excited, man. Like, the countdown, to the wall and our year is coming, man. I'm just excited to be back with y'all and then to actually be a part of the Elite 50 this time. Like, I'm just excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm glad that, everybody's kind of excited about the event. I've been calls left and right about it. It's going to take everybody, and we're going to make it, I always tell everybody, people always ask me, what's the best Elite 50 you had? And to me, it's always the year we have now because, it's never guaranteed, and it's a lot put into an event. So just to have a successful event and kids, have opportunity to get exposure and learn and get better, that's what I look for. And that's what I hang my hat on. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be great. September 11th in Raleigh. Yeah, get ready for it. Should be fun. I know I'm heading over to the Tyler and Kendall thing. We'll stop by there this weekend, so that should be good. But
that should be good too. Shout out to them too. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you can get guys that really did it, and if you go back and look at their footage, you can see how they played the game. That's gems for kids that you can't get nowhere else. Go get those nuggets. Like, go pay that. Go pay that. Those are real PGs, G.
Yeah, it's worth your money. I'll just say that.
Kendall's a lottery pick, dog.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
A lottery pick and two McDonald's All-Americans, bro.
Yeah.
Go pay them and get a couple gems, bro.
Yeah, I think 7 or 8 combined NCAA tournaments. So between those two, it's ridiculous. We'll leave it at that. Everyone for tuning in, thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. For Anthony Simmons and Rod Bridgers, it's Miles Massacola. We will see you guys very, very soon.